In this video, we're going to review the RS RSI charts you'll find throughout the website. We're going to take a look at what's in each of the panels of the chart, what tools you have available to work with the chart yourself, and how we use it in our analysis. All of the charts that we use are built on the TradingView template. So the first thing we're going to use is the expansion to expand this to full screen so we can take a look at these panels a little closer and see what's actually in them. The top panel is the relative strength panel that basically displays our proprietary relative strength over the life of the chart. And it goes through all three levels. The blue is the 3-month relative strength. The red is the 6-month relative strength. And the black is the 12-month relative strength ranking. And in this subsector level, which we're looking at semiconductors now, this is going to be ranked against the other 50 or 51 in total subsectors. On the sector level, it'll be ranked against the other 10 or 11 in total sectors. And of course, on the universe chart, you won't have this ranking because it's not ranked against anything. So this is where we start the analysis in the first pillar. And then when we look down below, the rest of the chart is pretty much the RSI template that we've used on social media and other areas for over a decade. Our RSI template comes from the work of Andrew Cardwell and basically takes and visualizes a lot of what he taught me when I studied with him a long time ago. So in the price panel, we have a typical candle setup, but we've added 2 moving averages, the 9 simple moving average and the 45 exponential moving average, as well as Andrew Cardwell's proprietary, the number, the high line, and the low line, which are the 3 red lines that are trailing price. And those are what we call in our research or in our work, the MA bands. But they come from Andrew's proprietary indicators. Now we combine this with the next panel, which is the RSI panel. And this is where Andrew has really taken RSI to the next level and moved it from just a momentum indicator to a trend following indicator. His research showed him that if you were to change and stop using the 70-30 levels and start using 40 and 80 for the bull range and 60 and 20 down here for bear ranges, then you'd get a better idea of how the markets were trending in a particular security. As you can see, they tend to be moving up and above the MA bands when they're in the bull range or in this green zone. And when they're in the red zone, they tend to be below and heading down or sideways. This is the core to Andrew's research and adds a tremendous amount of value to this once momentum-based indicator. And in the bottom pane, we have Andrew's proprietary CFG indicator, which is a complementary indicator to RSI, which allows us to work better within the bull and bear ranges and use them more to our advantage as we go through and use these charts. Now from here, we can go over here and take a look at some of the expansion tools. Not only can we expand it to a full screen, but we can also expand each pane. When we expand the panes, it'll go up full screen as well, and then we can do that with any of these if we want to get a deeper look. Now you can also X out most of these panes or move them up and down if you'd like to look at this in a different configuration. But this is our default configuration that you'll always start with. Now if we go ahead and move out of here and hit ESC to go back to the regular web page, you can also see we have the typical list of TradingView drawing tools over here on the left side. So we can go through and work with any of the major drawing tools, and we can use them in any of the panels of the chart to get trends, support and resistance levels, and projections. This is always the first chart that we review because it provides a wealth of information at a glance, covering 2 of the 4 relative strength pillars that we focus on. The relative strength rankings in the top panel allow us to see whether this particular sector or subsector is showing increased strength, a strong trend, or losing strength versus its peers. In the price chart, we can take a look at the MA bands, how this is trending above or below, or moving sideways, and then we can add all that together with the RSI analysis to give us an idea whether we're in an RSI bull range and more likely to be in a strong trend, or a bear range and more likely to be in a sideways or down move. As you can see by looking at all this together, Oftentimes, the strong trending RS and strong bull ranges happen in the same areas. This gives us a great start before we take the next step and move down into our breadth analysis and relative comparatives to cover the other two pillars. This gives you an idea of how you can use the RS RSI charts to start off your research, the top of the page, because we want to make sure we know where the momentum is, as well as the relative strength rankings compared to the other options we have out there.